would love to speak to the power of community. As relational human beings, we have an absolute need to be in relationship of some sort or other. Friendships and then of course romantic relationships, and then of course, creating family, etc. But here's what miracles began to happen yesterday. And I am so deeply touched by this community because last year when I was in a particular distress, one of you, dear friends, offered to involve my family in a prayer chain. And I gracefully accepted, of course. I've always been spiritual. I have visited and kind of tried on, as you would say, different actual congregations of religions, and I find them all absolutely fascinating. What I love the most is the spirit of the people and just a level of community, really, right? A level of kindness and a level of worship and goodness, right? It's the light, I guess, right? For the most part. I'm also semi-convinced that religion and power is sort of the core root of most wars that have ever happened on the planet too. So I don't want to get into that silly religion stuff about that, but for me it's a deep, deep, deep sense of there is a power greater than myself, and that gratitude, asking or giving thanks for every blessing in our life brings about that flow of energy and that receive and give. And then, always having the ability to ask for guidance, ask for help, ask for love and support, ask, right? And I've always said, how do you get exactly what you want in life? Ask, right? So you have to become conscious of what it is that you want. So I had an opportunity to connect with a friend that I honestly haven't really connected with in about 30 years. And we knew each other, but we were never really close, but just somebody that I've always admired, really, 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 truly. And yeah, she's shown up in this group, and I absolutely love you to pieces. So here's what I'm going to ask all of you to do, and I have reached out to several individually, like groups that have prayer chains or the ability to kind of congregate multiple people to pray. So this dear friend's daughter has been sort of lured back into a very dark place, and she's terrified. And of course she's terrified. And so will you all please pray? Her name is Danielle. She's 25. She's a beautiful soul who needs our help. So if everybody here, and if you will even reach out to any resources that you too have, and I know that some of you have, deeply thank you. And then my dear angel on earth has offered to also do a little deeper helping, and I am so deeply grateful. I cannot believe the love and the sharing and the kindness and the support. And so if we all hold hands and lift Danielle, just send her love, just love, love, love where she's at. Doesn't matter what on earth, we just love you and pray for you to seek the light and the happiness in the world and good people and kindness and all of those things that we know. So that is around the power of community. So there is nothing stronger than people coming together to a cause and to raise consciousness So I'm so grateful that you're here and I get to be here with you. The other stuff that I wanted to touch again on is that, oh look, the sun, of course, that I wanted to touch on you is, look at, there's a cross on my chest, right at my heart, you guys. That's really interesting. Wow. Okay. I see you. I hear you. Thank you. Wow, that was absolutely bizarre. Wow. And it's gone. Wow. All right. That was really profound. Okay. So, reaching out for help. I just want to circle back to that. It is strength. It takes courage, which is a positive, a strength to reach out and ask for help. And, you know, I was thinking back to my bankruptcy and the level of shame and guilt and should have been able to figure it out, Sandy. And I reached out, I went to my beautiful Dr. Lupu and cried. And not very many people saw me. At that point, I was still wearing the mask, you know, the mask of I got it together, I've got this. And so if you had seen me in the doctor's office that day, I would have smiled and said hello, and you'd have never known in a million years, because that's what I thought. I just didn't know how much people truly care. And now I know. So when last August, you know, I was challenged to tell my story, and I came out and did just that, and all of that has birthed into all of this. And I am going to bring my letters and read to you. I was telling my friend on the phone that Bankrupt or Billionaire was birthed in a letter from my sons that I, in my darkest moment, when I was just walking into bankruptcy, it was Mother's Day 2018, I asked my boys to write me a letter telling me what they think of me going bankrupt, me having to go bankrupt. And it was a sobbing on my knees moment, and that was my rise and declare, I am not bankrupt, I am a billionaire all day long. So we'll get into some affirmations of different things. Here next week I have lots of fun, cool stuff planned, but I will bring those letters. Usually I cry when I read them, but I don't know. Who knows? You guys, it's not like you guys haven't seen me cry, so what am I worried about? Oh, and Gord, look, I ditched the School Marm sweater. Oh my God, I don't know if I'll ever be able to wear that sweater ever again. So fun, so fun. I am so grateful for every one of you. I have had so many connected conversations in so many different ways and avenues, and seeing the comments and the love all over this whole group. I deeply thank you, and yes, so do reach out. If you're struggling, reach out to me, reach out to each other. You know that there's people and resources. When I went to Dr. Lupu, she did prescribe me antidepressants and sleep aids, and I actually gratefully didn't ever actually feel, I was more afraid of needing them than I was distressed. So just having them there, knowing that they were there if I needed them, and I kept those prescriptions for probably a year before I threw them away. So super grateful, super grateful. Our journey is colorful, and you know, when you show up in your life 100%, sometimes it's really painful, but that's really, and who was it who said, a friend of mine told me that the growth is in the pain. I think that was Joanne. And so thank you guys. See, it's moments like that that remind me. And notice I don't have to wear earphones because it's only Facebook with this phone, and I still have my brand new phone, but I haven't needed it, so earphones are good. So have a magical day, and I will see you tomorrow, 2 p.m. And again, I dearly, deeply love and appreciate every single one of you. Okay, mwah.